Far beyond the quiet villages, across rolling green hills and along sparkling rivers, lived a young shepherd named Amir. Every morning he woke with the first light of dawn, listening to the soft songs of birds and the gentle rustle of leaves in the wind. Amir's home was a small clay hut with a little stove where he cooked his meals. He had a tiny flock of sheep, and though his life was simple, he felt peaceful most of the time. Amir spent his days walking with his sheep through the green meadows. He knew every tree, every rock, and every little patch of grass where the sheep loved to graze. When the sun was high, he would sit under the shade of a big oak tree, resting and humming little tunes to himself. Sometimes he watched the clouds move slowly across the sky and imagined stories about the shapes he saw. Life was calm, easy, and quiet. But one sunny afternoon everything changed. A wealthy merchant arrived in the village. He wore a deep blue silk robe that shone in the sun, a golden turban wrapped neatly around his head, and polished leather sandals. His carriage, drawn by 2 strong horses, sparkled as it moved, and the jingling of a heavy purse filled with gold coins could be heard from a distance. The villagers stopped everything to watch. Some whispered, some smiled, and some bowed as he passed. Amir stood by the roadside, his eyes wide and his heart pounding with wonder. If only I had even a little of his wealth, he thought. Then my life would be perfect. From that day, Amir felt restless. His hut suddenly seemed too small. His simple clothes felt rough and dull compared to the smooth, shining silks he had seen. The songs he used to hum now sounded empty. Even the gentle morning breeze no longer made him smile. The more he compared himself to others, the less joy he found in his simple life. One afternoon, as Amir sat alone by the river, skipping stones and staring at his reflection in the water, an elderly woman appeared. She had silver hair tucked under a light scarf, a gentle smile on her face, and a wooden walking stick in her hand. "You look troubled, Amir," she said softly. Amir sighed. "I see others with so much, and I have so little. I wish I were rich. Then perhaps I would finally be happy." The woman nodded knowingly. "Happiness is not about having more," she said. "Come with me, and I will show you something that might help you understand." She led Amir along a narrow path through the trees. Sunlight danced on the ground through the leaves, and the air smelled sweet with flowers. After a short walk, they arrived at a quiet, hidden grove. In the center of the grove stood an old, twisted pomegranate tree. Its branches held only a few bright red fruits, each one shining like a tiny jewel in the sunlight. "This tree," the woman explained, "produces only a few fruits each year, but every single one is perfect. If it tried to grow hundreds, the tree would become weak, and the fruits would be small and bitter." She looked at Amir with kind eyes. Life is the same. If you spend your days chasing after endless desires, you will never enjoy the simple blessings already around you: your flock, your little home, your simple meals, the cool breeze, and the warm sun. These are your perfect fruits. They may not be many, but they are yours, and they are enough. Amir thought carefully. He remembered the soft bleating of his sheep as they slept, the warmth of his hut on cold nights, and the fresh bread he baked in the morning. Slowly, a smile appeared on his face. For the first time in weeks, he felt light, calm, and happy. That evening, Amir returned to his hut. He sat outside, watching the sunset paint the sky with gold, pink, and purple. He listened to the soft rustling of leaves and the distant calls of birds. For the first time, he realized something important. Happiness does not come from wealth or luxury. Happiness comes from noticing and appreciating what you already have. From that day on, Amir's life changed. He woke every morning with gratitude. He hummed his tunes with joy. He tended his sheep with care and even enjoyed the simple meals he once thought were too plain. He understood that the small blessings in life, the laughter of a friend, the warmth of a home, the beauty of nature, were the true treasures of the world. And so, Amir lived happily, not in search of more, but in love with the life he already had. He had learned the greatest secret of all. True happiness comes from appreciating the gifts that are already yours. Words to learn, meander, to move slowly in a winding path. Humble, simple, not fancy or rich. Cherish, to value something deeply. Glimpse, a quick or brief look. Remember, happiness is not in what we have, but in how we see what we already have. If you love this story and want more amazing moral tales, make sure to subscribe to Moral Echo Tales and hit the bell icon so you never miss a story.